Depression sucks. Every one of us has some form of depression, at least in my personal belief. And combating it is one of the worst things you'll ever have to face. One of the biggest challenges you'll actually have to face in your life. Because everybody has a different form of depression, and everybody is a different individual. Our personalities are unique, and what one person may find comforting may not work for another individual. And it sucks because it's one of those fine lines where discussing depression with other people is a hard topic. Some people may say that you don't understand my circumstance. It's not the same as yours. I don't want you to ask about my depression. Or maybe you want somebody there for you to tell you that you're a good person. Like I said, everybody's different. But suffering from panic attacks, PTSD, social anxiety, stress, depression, it's all extremely difficult to deal with, especially when you're an otaku, because as many of you may be aware, I would say on a random statistic here, 65 to 70% of individuals when it comes to otakuism are very socially inept people. And I've said this in a previous video, and I don't mean that as a bad thing, but it's very challenging for a lot of people to be extroverted. A lot of people are more introverted and may not feel as confident in their self-esteem as other individuals. Some people deal with this issue by joking about depression, and it makes them feel better. Maybe that's putting a mask on and lying about what they really want to feel like. As someone who suffers from clinical depression himself, and I'm sure a lot of the people out there do, everyone's form of depression and everyone's ideology and personalities in life are different. And it's good that we have this diversification. But when it comes to depression, it's one of those things that you need to ask yourself the question, where do I lie in that field? What makes me happy? And to ask yourself, am I allowed to be happy? And I will tell you right now that the answer is yes. You are allowed to be happy. It doesn't matter if you are a lolicon. It does not matter if you like otaku goods. And I've said this in previous videos of mine. Just be you. That's all that matters, is to just be you. There are some things that are inappropriate. There are some things that are borderline creepy, I guess is a word you could say, awkward. And we get that. But at the end of the day, if you feel that you being you is what matters most, then be you. There is a right and a wrong, at least in my personal opinion. So I'm not going to say that everything you do and that everything I do is right, because people have a right to say that they don't appreciate what you enjoy. They do. Hopefully they do it in a constructive and positive manner, but everyone will have different opinions about things. Everyone will like different things, and that's absolutely 100% acceptable. I rant about crap all the time. I rant about stupid stuff on the internet. I rant about individuals, people's self-entitlement, all this crazy ridiculousness. But at the end of the day, I still respect people as individuals, and I realize that everyone's form of depression is something that they have to deal with. A lot of people will offer advice when it comes to depression. How can I combat depression? What do I need to hear? I mean, it might take you a day, a week, a month, years, 30 years. Maybe you'll never get over that depression. And while most people, I suppose, will tell you that you just need to be positive and don't think about it, I'm not going to give you that kind of advice, because depression is a part of what makes us good characters. It's not about forgetting the past or forgetting the things that make you depressed. It's about finding a way to deal with them when they do come up, because life sucks. It's a roller coaster. There's going to be ups. There's going to be downs. It's about finding the times when you're down that you can get through it quickly, or you can find something that works for you, that makes you happy. Your depression will never go away. It can't, because anything can make you depressed. It's like a giant pit. When you fall in the pit, you have these individuals trying to get you out. They're telling you you're a good person. They sit with you for months on end, constantly reminding you that it's okay to be you. You're a great person. And I've done that with my friends before too, to random strangers on the internet. I'll tell you you're a good person over and over and over again. But as soon as you get out of that pit and you think everything is settled, Maybe you are depressed because you talked to some girl or somebody you knew in real life, and they just stopped talking to you, and it makes you depressed because you felt you did something wrong, that you were not a good person, and that made you depressed. And maybe then you finally confronted this individual about your problems, and they made up with you, and you feel great. And then the next day you're depressed again. Why is that? It's because you jump right back in that pit. You doubt yourself. That's what depression is. You doubt yourself. You get out of that pit of despair. You think everything is on the right track to go in the right direction, and you immediately start to doubt your happiness. No, there's no way that that person actually said that. No, I'm not a positive individual. I need to go back into my corner. And you jump right back in that pit and are right back to square one. It's really hard to get out of that pit. It really is. And even if you do get out of the pit, you do find other pits in your life that drag you right back down there. But I want to remind you that no matter who you are, no matter what age you are, there are amazing things that happen in your life. There really are. I've been through a lot of downs. I'm sure a lot of you have been through a lot of downs as well. But there is something that makes it worthwhile. Some people will argue that 2D animation is what saved their life. Maybe it is for you. Personally, I don't really believe in that, but all the more power to you. I think it's a way that makes you realize that there's something in life that makes you happy. Maybe to you that means it saved you. But at the end of the day, you're still you. And what makes you happy is what makes you happy. You're a good person. You have a right to be happy. You have the right to decide not only who you allow into your life, but also the environment as well. A lot of people forget that it's not just about individuals. It's not just about people. It's sometimes about your environment. Maybe the house you're in, maybe the location you live in, or the surrounding school. And not even referring to the individuals at said locations, just the area itself is just not for you. Maybe it's too hot. Maybe that makes you depressed. It happens. There's a lot of reasons that people become stressed, and this does happen. And it's the amazingness of the human mind. It's the amazingness of us as individuals. And it's important to remember that you have the right to be happy. I mean, look at me. Maybe it makes you feel better if you can laugh at somebody else in a positive way, to make fun of somebody else, to make them say that, you know what, that individual is very confident in who they are. And I want to be just like them. Maybe I can be that individual that allows you to see that in me. That's what I try to do, at least with my videos, with my YouTube channel. A lot of people tell me that, Ren, you should go ranting. And I say, you know, I like to rant about things and complain about bad anime and stupid stuff, but at the end of the day, I don't really think that's what I want my channel to be. I want it to be quirky, stupid, but also informative at the same time. Something that's down to earth. I want people to be able to look at my channel and say, wow, you know, this just is chill and makes me feel happy and get my mind off stuff. ASMR videos, I know a lot of people, myself, I watch ASMR videos to relieve my mind of a lot of stress. It helps calm my mind. It helps calm me down at the end of the evening. They're great. Some people don't experience ASMR. That's absolutely fine, but there's plenty of tools out there and plenty of things that can help. If you want me to sit down with you and tell you how good of a person you are, I'd be more than happy to listen to your story. Maybe you just want somebody to talk to rant to, just to have them listen to your story. Maybe you don't even want advice from them. You just want somebody to listen. What do you think psychologists do? I mean, they're there for you. They're there to listen to you. They don't judge you. And I'm not going to judge you either. I mean, yeah, I rant about people. I judge people. Everybody does, right? But if you're a good person and a decent human being, and you treat others with respect, and more importantly, you treat yourself with respect because you deserve just as much respect as anybody else, then you're a cool person in my book. But this really isn't a video about me. It's about you. It's about your depression. It's about your life. I'm not going to say don't let those things bother you, because they're going to bother you. It's about finding a way to be happy and find something that helps you cope with the stuff that makes you unhappy. Because life will throw curveballs at you. It's going to throw some crap. And it sucks, because in one moment you're feeling great, and then in the next blink of an eye it all goes downhill. It doesn't matter what it is. The previous suggestion I gave, or example I gave, was about an individual. Maybe it's some girl you knew. Maybe it's a family situation. Maybe it's just something sucks at your job and you just don't know what you want to do with life and you feel worthless. Don't feel worthless. You're not. I promise you that there's going to be something that changes your life, and it happens so quickly. I mean, before 2012, I didn't even know what I wanted to do with my life. Then in 2012, my friend introduced me to Katawa Shoujo in the summer, and look where I am now. Got an English teaching license. I get to teach Japanese students. I love teaching. I have a great collection, good friends. I joined a website that had millions of people that shared the same interest as me, and it was fantastic. And now I get to share all my experiences with other people because that's what makes me happy. That's what my YouTube channel is meant to do. I'm not a professional video editor. I don't know how to make videos fantastic, but I sure as hell try my best to make you guys enjoy what I put out. Am I perfect? No. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. Translation projects, a lot of things I've done wrong, and I've learned from my mistakes. But you keep on going. You just do what's best for you and what makes you happy, and that's really all that matters at the end of the day, right? Is you being happy. And if you're happy, that's what's important. But don't put yourself down. The only thing I ask you is to not put yourself down. Don't let your self-esteem destroy you. And you may joke about it and say, I have no friends and this and that, but you do. They're out there. You just haven't found them yet, maybe. Or maybe it's just depression is that terrible that it's blinding you. That's what depression does. It blinds you. It's just like that pit. You have a ton of friends surrounding you, but your mind tells you, no, I don't believe it. I don't have friends. I'm depressed. I can't believe this. I don't believe what you're telling me. And I get that. It's not even your fault. It's depression. It's what it does to your brain. It's about allowing your brain to be tricked to believe things that make you happy. But don't give yourself false hope or lie to yourself. There's something out there for everybody that makes you happy. Be you and be who you are. I mean, take a look at me. I wear shirts like this and don't even bother. Now, granted, I would never wear this in public because it has nothing to do with the fact that I'm embarrassed about wearing it. It's the fact that it's indecent, and that's not really something you wear in public, considering there's kids in public, and that's just common courtesy. It has nothing really to do about being embarrassed. But I mean, it's about wearing dumb shirts. It's about being confident in who you are and not letting people bug you. This is a really adorable shirt, by the way. And just being who you are. And this is a cool Love Life hoodie. Like, would I wear this? Absolutely. Looks like a girl's jacket. I don't care. It's really comfy, actually. Quite big, too. But, I mean, just be who you are. Be confident in who you are. Don't let those things bother you, People could come on my YouTube channel and say, wow, what a weeb. Okay, cool. I mean, I classify weeaboos more as individuals who are very mainstream when it comes to anime. And I'm not really an anime fan, to be honest, but, I mean, you can call me whatever you want. It doesn't really bother me. There's people out there that appreciate, respect, and will love what you do. There's people that love what I do, and that's what keeps me going. I love talking to individuals and hearing their story. Everybody has a story, and I love doing that. And sometimes people just want to have their stories heard. I get that. It's like elderly people. They're lonely. Depression, it's something that just people get lonely about, and they just want to talk to somebody, and I get that. I totally get that. Just be you. Don't let anything bother you. It's about being happy, right? And that's what matters most in this workaday world. I mean, look at a giant collection I've made. I've spent over $10,000 plus and more on a collection of everything I've purchased, but at the end of the day, I'm happy. It's what makes me happy. There's a borderline as to how far you can go, of course, but I mean, it's just what makes you happy, and that's all that matters. Don't let the small things bother you. Don't let it bug you that people tell you one thing or say another thing. Just be you. It's all that matters. Be the you want to be. It's like that quote from Gurren Lagann, believe in the you that believes in me. Or believe in the you that believes in you. I don't know, whatever that quote is. See, I'm not very good with anime, to be honest. My point is this. As you get to enjoy a lovely cuckoo clock. Speaking of that cuckoo clock, a lot of people ask about that. So that was purchased in Germany back in 2000. Back in like 1997. No, it was 2000. It was 2000 we went. Yeah, in 2000 in Germany. Or 1999, somewhere around that time frame. And we went to Germany. My family's from Germany. I'm 100% German, actually. And we purchased that cuckoo clock. and it still works to this day, 16 plus years later. So it's really cool, actually. But anyways, my point is this. If you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. You can find me a bunch of locations. I'll post a Discord. I'll post something. Go ahead. Tell me your story. I want to hear your story. Tell me what you like, what it is you enjoy. There's a right and a wrong. Don't get me wrong about that. There's things that aren't acceptable and some things I don't like. And some things I'll say, I'm not really a fan of what you enjoy. Everybody has that. And I can't always promise I'll be there or other individuals will be there for you when you are needing them to be there the most. But the idea is to just be you. Love yourself, respect yourself, and that's, I think, what a lot of people forget. They respect others, they're nice to others, but they forget that you need to respect yourself because you're just as important. And that's the big catch here. Be you. Guys, I don't really like to get emotional in my videos, but I hope this was somewhat of a help to a lot of you because I want you to remember that you can always turn to not only me, but anybody out there. There are a lot of people that want to listen to your story and listen to what it is you believe in. And meanwhile, I'm just browsing figurines, reminding myself that I decided to do the Love Life Figure Challenge and purchase every single scale Love Life figurine as it comes out. Love Life Sunshine, that is, because I just like proving somebody wrong. And I'm not even proving anybody anything. I just decided to do it for fun. Guys, don't let depression bother you. It will be there. You'll never get rid of it. It'll always somehow pop up again in your life. It's a roller coaster. It's about finding, though, a way that you can cope with it when it does come. Don't forget about it. You'll never be able to forget about it. It hurts you, actually, more, in my opinion, than it does help you. It's about just finding a way to say, I have a right to be happy, because you do have the right to be happy. Hopefully this was something that helps you guys out. And tell me your story. Don't be afraid to be who you are. Don't be ashamed of who you are. Don't be afraid of what you like. Love what you do and love what you like. And that's all that matters. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it to some extent and listening to me rant and just showing random still shots. And we'll catch you in the next one. So, peace out.